Hey folks, Landstryder here, and welcome back to another episode of Diary of a Technowizard. I'm on the Primus server playing the Unabridged Modpack, and today I wanted to get into further advancing my inventory management and doing a little bit more automation to automate some more of my Thaumcraft processes. So let's get into that. So the first thing, remember last episode, I made a really awesome wireless redstone thingy that would allow me to suck all the extra stuff out of my inventory and leave the things that I need in there. So whenever I hold that, it goes ahead and pulls everything out of there that doesn't necessarily belong. But if there is something that I wanted to keep and I need a way to get it back, and I would like to be able to order basically any of the stuff that I have attached to my applied logistics system. So I want to set up a logistics pipe thing, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can't get some help from one of the other folks on here. I think there's at least two people that I would consider experts on logistics pipes. Let's see if one of those is available, and I'll be back in a moment after I've contacted them. Alright folks, I decided I was going to enlist the help of someone who knows a lot more about logistics pipes in order to get this next little part done, and say hello to Asice.
Well, hello.
of course, it messes up right when you do your hello.
Of course it does. That's how it always works.
Do it again.
Well, hello there.
There we go. Yeah, the Skype decided to cut you off in the middle of the hello there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're not going to need the soldering station for any of this because the remote order pipe doesn't require the soldering station.
Okay, so let me see what I can put together right here at my interface.
The only thing you need is a request pipe now, or a provider pipe. Let me take a look at the provider pipes.
Remote. We'll need the remote orderer.
Yeah, even if you go to the provider Mark II, you still don't need a soldering station. The only thing you'll need is the assembly table if you want to use the chipsets to make it a little bit cheaper. But if you don't, you can use the.
Yeah, I was just looking at that recipe right now. I'm like, do I want to get the chipsets?
I can bring you some chipsets. I have a laser.
That might work.
Because I rock the LP system right now.
Yeah.
My entire system's all logistic pipe.
Yeah. It's a very cool system. I just want it for the ability to remotely order things to my inventory.
Yes. I do that. I have it go to an ender chest so I can request it, which is nice.
And what I want actually to do is I'm going to put it directly in my inventory.
You can do that in a couple of ways: player interface and a few other gizmos.
Yeah, that's what I got right now. I got a player interface connected to my ME interface so that I can suck things out of my inventory on when I need to. And then
yeah. I'm looking at this. I don't think this should all be fairly easy.
Okay.
Let me see what chipsets you're going to need, and I'll grab them, and I will.
Let's see what I can make. You said I need a power station?
You need the logistics power junction.
Logistic.
Because essentially what you're building is a very tiny logistic pipe network, and all of the pipes need power.
Power junction. Okay, that's just redstone and iron. That's good.
Yep. You're going to need that. You're going to need the provider pipe. I recommend the Mark II, just because the Mark determines how quickly it can feed items out. So if you order like a stack of something and you only have like a Mark I, it's going to be a little bit at a time. So
how hard is it to go? Okay, there's only a 1 and a 2. All right. So
yep, there's only 1 and a 2. So you might as well go for 2, which is going to need a diamond. It's going to need a diamond chipset, so I'll bring you that, and a gold chipset.
Yeah, so I gotta wait for that. What else?
Looks like I need to bring you 2 gold chipsets and 1 diamond chipset, and then the remote order just as a ender pearl and stuff. So that's pretty easy. So
yeah, that should work.
So 2 golds, bam, and 1 diamond.
And I can just put this power junction right here beside this Stirling generator, I hope.
Yep, as long as it can get power, that's all it cares.
It's receiving power and storing it.
And the logistic pipe system doesn't use that much power, so It's like I think like 10 RF per item.
Okay.
Whereabouts are you? You're over by spawn still?
Yeah, I'm kind of near spawn. I don't know. Do you want to take the new path to come out to my place? I just finished it, so.
There's a path in the Nether for you.
Oh yeah, there's path through the Nether too, actually.
I don't know. I'm gonna. I have a player relocator to spawn, so I'll go there first.
Okay, yeah, come to spawn, and then you know where the air tower is for the.
Yeah, I know where the little ship tower.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's if you go out that way, there's a new path that leads over to my place. I haven't showed the viewers yet, so this is a good time to show them. If you don't mind a little bit of walk, a little scenic view.
Wee. Good old dirt paths.
Yeah, I really like those. I hope there's not an issue with et Furum in the future.
If they do become an issue, if you get into Botania, you can make this exact same block using what's called the trotted path. It's called trotted earth, I think.
Did you already head out?
Yeah, I already. Oh, sorry.
That was okay. I'll catch up to you. I'm definitely faster.
Yeah, the red Wolverine claws. Yeah, I always like the blood armor. I think it looks really, really nice. I like this bridge.
Thank you. I had to put 2 bridges in along the way and 2 tunnels to get to my place on foot. I wanted to make it so that anybody would be able to, if we had anybody else start, they could come right out here, and I could.
Unlike me in the middle of the ocean, it's like hope you can swim.
But it's really a rather scenic walk because it goes through flowers. It goes through like this little.
I do like the fact that you
valley.
took the time to put little carpenter torch, like lanterns everywhere.
Yeah.
It's the little details that I find nice about aesthetic builds.
Oh shoot! I missed one. I forgot to put the texture in this one. To come back with that one later.
Yeah, this is actually the first time I'm going to see your base in person. I've only ever really seen it on your channel.
Here's some of your friends.
Yeah,
he's got a smiley face to see you.
My sheepy brethren.
I had to do this. I figured it'd be easiest to do a tunnel there than rather go snake up and down the side of the mountain.
Yeah. The little snaking can be time consuming. I've been looking at remain in motion. I'm wondering if I can use remain in motion to make like elevators.
I don't know if it pushes your character up if it goes up. You'd have to test that.
Yeah, I'd want to test that. You have just a random ascension mirror over here?
Well, that sends a redstone signal through that ascension mirror. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay, I see what you're doing. You're using it as a link, and this is like for like a remote. That is nice. I kind of figured that's what you were doing. Once you said that, I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. I'm really proud of that bridge. It came out super nice, I thought. Okay.
Up or down?
Down, yeah. And here's my storage system. So far.
So where is your interface?
It's going to be right back here. Yeah, right behind here. I've already got the power junction down. Right, this is going to be the interface.
Throw these to you. There's 2 gold and 1 diamond. The gold, you're going to need the gold to make a set of basic logistic pipes. And you're going to need the gold and the diamond to make the Mark 1 and then the Mark 2 provider pipe.
Logistic. It was a provider pipe.
Yeah. There's a provider and a provider Mark 2.
Oops. Helps if I spell it right.
Since you're linking directly to your inventory, I don't recommend doing like any extraction or anything like that.
Oh, I gotta make some super basic. What's the super basic one?
Yep. What you might think about doing later is getting an extractor pipe and connecting it to a ender chest, so you can have a return you can throw items into.
I do have a return.
You're using AE. You just suck it out of. Okay, never mind.
Well, yeah. I'm actually. I ended up having to use the item kind of vendor IO
Oh, okay.
because that was the only thing that would allow me to blacklist the things that I normally keep in my regular inventory area. So I got like my lucky coin, my mana tablet, my focus pouch, my bolts from my crossbow, and my angel ring usually sit in my regular inventory. So
yeah, I just use two. I use two ender chests. I have one for deposits and one for returns, essentially. So, like,
but everybody does that.
Yeah, it works really well.
It does.
And with logistic pipes, it's one of the more easier ways to set up.
There we go. Finally, some basics. Okay. Now I need to make the Mark II.
Yep.
What did I miss here? Oh, I need this thing first. And then I guess you got to make the Mark 1 before you make the Mark 2.
Yeah, you make the Mark II is a Mark II. All the marks usually take the previous mark as a crafting component.
And now I need the remote order.
Yep.
Remote order pipe. There it is.
Yeah. Oh wait, you're also going to need the actual remote order item. That's going to require 2 diamond chipsets. Give me 1 second. I will use my orderer to get them.
Ah, yeah. I guess that's convenient.
I have a tendency to keep extra chipsets around just because.
Now I just attach a basic pipe to this, right? To the side of this.
Yep, and that gives you power.
It'll come up.
And then you're going to drop
that's
your.
That's where the logistic will go to. No, wait, that's not where the provider. No. Nope.
So
that goes there.
Yeah. So the providers. Yes, there you go. And then you just need to connect them all with.
Ta-da!
Yeah. Now, let me give you these two. You're going to need these. That and 4 glass will build you a remote order. And you right click on the request pipe, the remote order pipe, with that, and it'll bind them together.
This.
Yep.
There we go. Did it work?
It should say something like. It should have said something like.
There we go. Connected to pipe.
Yep. So now, this interface here needs to be set up so that whatever this is connected to here, that it can see your network, like whatever channels and stuff. I'm not 100%. I'm not really familiar with the new applied energetic system.
Well, let me open it up. Oh yes, I have complete access to everything in my applied energetic system and throughout my barrel network or drawer network. Nice.
Basically, the logistic pipe network is seeing this interface, and it turns your entire applied energetic system into essentially one huge chest as far as it's concerned.
And I got endstone in my inventory. I just tested it by ordering a stack of endstone, and it comes right into my inventory. I love it. I love that. Thank you so much.
You are welcome. It's nice because it also works across dimensions. So
take some diamonds back for bringing me the diamond chipsets and stuff.
Oh yeah, I will.
Unless you would prefer something magic.
I can't think of anything off the top of the head I need at the moment.
Let's see, I got wands. You don't need a wand, do you?
No, not really. I have the one wand I would really want. I have the techno version of it. I have the resident exchanger.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't like those because they only do the one plane.
It's okay.
It'll get the job done. It'll definitely get the job done. But
yeah.
What about levitators? I just made a bunch of levitators for this for this wisp killer downstairs.
Oh, you have a wisp killer?
Yeah, it's not the way I wanted it to set up because right now for some reason my ritual.
Yeah, you're having issues with the ritual right now.
It doesn't want to kill anything right now, and it's set up right and it's activated correctly and everything. It just doesn't want to work. But at least
you see the little red particles off the main stone.
Oh yeah, like you can see the particles coming off the stone, and you can see the spinny diagram thing that's on top of the main ritual stone. Whenever you clear it off,
it's not accidentally getting a redstone signal or anything.
No, I've double checked it. I tore down the entire area I tore down the entire altar and rebuilt it. Well, minus I didn't break the
It's
micro
like all
blocks.
I was like, all these wisp essence are just coming through the floor.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know what it is. I'm hoping that when the server does its nightly reset, it'll fix whatever the issue was. I think it might have gotten unlinked somehow from my blood network.
Oh. Yeah, I've had issues with blood magic in the past where occasionally the ritual and your network will desync, or if you're pumping blood in and out of the base itself and putting it into tanks or something,
Yeah.
that will sometimes desync and break, and you can't get blood in or out. So
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but like I said, I've completely torn down the ritual and the floor and all this stuff and rebuilt it, but it didn't reactivate. So
that's sad. Well, yeah, hopefully it'll just get fixed.
But that's okay. For right now, I'm getting lots of wisp essence, and I'm getting experience because I put spikes on the ceiling and levitators on the floor.
I do really like this build now. I can actually see it in person.
It's very spacious. Very spacious.
Yeah. I used to have a problem with these guys, these little link guys, where they would suddenly reorganize themselves.
They were doing that to me when I had them going around the edge of the room. That's why you can see they're in a nice grid network now. And
yeah.
I haven't had any issues since I rearranged them, but
they do look nice though. Did you ever get your hungry node working?
No.
I gave up on that one.
I got to find another one. I gave up on the original one. I broke it at the end of that episode.
I saw that. I'm just wondering if you may have picked up another one.
No, but when I do get another one, I've got a new bit of knowledge that will allow me to turn off its gravitational pull.
Oh, really? Really?
Yeah. And it's actually, instead of using the suggested way of going and getting it to be tainted node, there's actually a item. I forget which mod it's from. Let me get 1 second here. I think it's from Automagi. Is it Automagi? No. Which one is it from? Energy Horizons? No. It's Horizons. Thaumcraft Horizons has a thing called a vortex attenuation, and it'll shut off the gravitational pull of a hungry node by sending a beam into it.
Oh, that's horribly convenient.
Yeah. I think that's probably what I'm going to use to set mine up when I eventually find another one to feed. But I'm not in any hurry. Because this one's actually really not bad. I mean, it's almost got 10 in all. It's got 9 in all of them except for one where it's got 10. So
yeah, that's pretty good.
As Centiviz goes, that's pretty good. It charges wands up fairly fast.
Yeah, and that's really, really all you really care about with these is to get enough base to charge things. It's the non activated nodes where you want the other essences when you're doing funny stuff like trying to use them to power your rituals or anything like that.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, I just got the digital essentia thing set up over here. I'm trying to work that out. That's why I needed all the wisp essence because I went through so much wisp essence.
Yeah, I just
building the digital stuff.
Yeah, I just saw your video working on that actually. I literally watched it today at work. So.
Nice.
So, yeah, the only reason I haven't gotten into blood magic and Thaumcraft and all that is I've literally done it in every one of my series. So.
Yeah, I'm doing my tech series on the I'm doing my own pack, which is all tech. So I figured this one could be all magic. So it's working out pretty good. I'm having a lot of fun with it.
I'm liking the chisel blocks you used up there.
Thank you. Yeah, it looked really bland when it was just white. So I was like, I need to put some kind of color up there around that altar. And then the design on the ceiling down here looks really sweet too.
Do you have enough room to get to a tier 6?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you have space.
Yeah, it'll definitely fit the tier 6. It'll be some pillars sticking up on this floor that aren't present yet, but yeah.
Unless they've changed something, you don't actually have to have these beacons active.
No, I know, but when you look at the island from outside, it looks like it's suspended from energy beams.
Oh, okay. Well, anytime there's an aesthetic reason for something, I'm on board.
Yeah, when you look at it from outside, it looks like the island is being held up by the energy beams.
Oh, that is nice. That is nice. Oh, what's this bright thing on the top? Oh, you're building something. Okay.
Yeah. Well, no, I just left it there because it's like the good version of the Eye of Sauron.
Oh, you know what you should do then is if you wanna go with that motif is look at the anti-blocks because they're all like bright neon.
Oh yeah, I could definitely replace it with the white anti-blocks. I could make it actually look like an eye.
Yep, I was just thinking that. I was like, yeah. I love the little touch of the trees. That must have took a bit to get them to grow.
Yeah, and then I've got this one that I'm moving around, so eventually like the entire biome that's directly underneath my thing will become
you're
biome.
you're boxing it. Okay. Yeah.
Fortunately, you don't have the issue that they used to have, or you don't have it with the log, that it doesn't change. It doesn't change its stats.
Oh no, that only happens when you actually pick up the raw node itself.
Yeah, the air node.
Yeah. So if you were to break this, well, you can't really, but if you had a node,
if I was to jar it, it would turn into an air node.
Yep. But still, that's kind of convenient that's kind of a funny way to alter your biome. But
yeah, just moving the log around.
Just shuffling the log.
that sounds dirty.
Oh, you got a random sheep up here.
That's my test sheep. That was my to verify that the thing was entirely broken. It was just the closest animal that I could find.
That's it.
You take it with you.
I'm about to say I'm
rescue him.
I have a couple of soul jars here. I will take a soul vial here, and I'll save this poor guy from the evil blood mage.
All right. Well, thank you so much for helping me out. That was really actually quite simple.
Yep. Glad I could help. You enjoy that.
I definitely will. Now I can remote order or remote send, and I can pretty much do anything away from the base with my inventory. All right. Now that we've got our handy dandy remote order and we can order anything out of our applied logistics system now, I can go anywhere I want and have access to all my stuff. I love it. I also set up these back here, these extra drawers to hold all of the essentia, all of the ethereal essence, that I'm getting from this down here. Still have not been able to figure out what is up with the blood altar. It's or the ritual up there. I broke it down, moved it a few times, and I don't know. There's something up with my blood network or my LP network, and I can't figure it out. But anyway, now that we got this, we need a few more advancements on ways to manage our inventory here, because we have the maximum amount of types of essentia in our storage down here. Nowhere near filled, but we're out of types, so I can't move any of this stuff up around up here until I get some more. You can see that I want to break this down, and I've been breaking down all the potions that I get. I get tons of potions from the treasure bags and stuff, and I've been trying to store those in the digitally, but unfortunately I ran out of slots because I only got 24 total types that I can save in there right now. So I need to make more drives, and I'm going to also need, I think I might move that because I think I'm going to put a second bank of drives up there, and then there's also some other things I want to make. So let's get to that. First of all, there is a drive thing that allow me to basically defragment my drives occasionally type thing. Let's see if I can find it in here. I forget what it's called. It's the IO port. That's what we're looking for. So we actually need to make 2 of these for the IO port. Oh, I'm out of this stuff. Okay, we might as well just make a bunch of that. We used up all of our glass there, but that's okay. So I need one more drive, I think. Was it just one more? Well, there's our IO port. There's our extra drive. Excellent. That's going to allow us to get that out of there, and we're going to go ahead and put our our additional drive bank right there. And then I'll be able to add some more drives. Give it a second to, there we go. Comes on. Yeah, so long as I make sure that I have plenty of power in my AE system before I go out exploring and stuff, I'll be able to access it remotely. So I do got to be careful about that. So I don't have it set up to automatically feed power into it, because it uses charcoal pretty fast, or coal, depending on whatever you put in here. It's same difference, but it uses it up fairly fast. But now I just need to make a bunch more drives. But there's one other thing I want to do that's going to help me save space in those drives coming up. And that is to go ahead and make a, give me here, filing cabinet. Filing cabinet. There it is. And I want the gold filing cabinet. Hopefully I've got enough stuff in here to make that. I'm going to need to make 3 regular filing cabinets. And then hopefully I have enough magic wood. I do, to make a gold filing cabinet. Now I've got one filing cabinet over here that's not gold that I'm going to apply, or that I'm going to attach to my system, because this will store all my AgriCraft seeds. Any AgriCraft seeds that I would get. And I've gotten a bunch of them basically just by raiding the greenhouses in villages as I go by. I don't see any point in leaving those behind, because if you do, they'll probably just eventually turn to weeds anyway, as other people come by and load the village temporarily. It gives it a chance for those weeds to spread. So I just figure when I find one, I clear it out, I grab all the seeds, and actually I've got quite a lot of, if I wanted to do some AgriCraft, I've got quite a lot of the special seeds, like lavender. That might be one that I want to do. That might be one of the few things that I use AgriCraft for, is lapis, because I've found no other way to really get lapis, and lots of it. If we look at lapis, if we see, well, the only other way is bees, and I'm definitely going to get into bees, and I just don't know how soon. It depends on how much lapis I need in the meantime. I might have to grow those seeds, but I've already got them from raiding those greenhouses, and I basically just want to make these available to anybody that wants them. So if anybody wants any AgriCraft seeds that I have, you're welcome to them. So what I need to do first is make myself a couple storage buses. Storage bus. There we go. We'll sort the list a little bit more. That's not the kind of storage bus I want. I just want a regular one. There we go. So just a piston, sticky piston, and an interface. So we're going to need some more of these guys. Annihilation. Get a couple of those. And we'll get at least 3 of those. We're probably going to need more of these formations. We'll go ahead and there we go. So I'm gonna need interfaces anyway. So let's go ahead and make 6 of those. Nice. Recursive networking. All right. I'll take it. Storage bus is what I'm actually going for here. I need 2 of these. I don't have any pistons, really? Well, that can be solved. I'd rather not use my slime balls. I should have some rubber in here, which also works. There we go. To get about 16 or so of these. I'll definitely use them eventually. So now if we go storage bus. Let's try this one more time. There we go. I need 2 of those to start with. I might need more eventually. And where I want to put them is, I think I'm just going to stick them back here. In fact, we're going to go like this. Right there. And then we'll go ahead and get the... nice thing about these filing cabinets is you can just break them and they save their contents. And of course, if you have an overpowered pick, you might break the block behind it. Well, let's kind of bring this over here. And we're just going to put this one right there on top. Nope, can't do that. I need to get to that. I need to get to the top of that red, gold one. So we put this one here. Get a little cramped back here. I think that's okay. It's not a space that you're supposed to hang out in, so. And then I need some cable to connect it, of course. Like so. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give these guys some high priority. I'm going to go 100 and also 100 here. So that the system will attempt to store things in there if possible. In fact, let's actually go ahead and give this thing even higher priority, 200. That way it overrides the gold filing cabinet. The gold filing cabinet should accept any items that don't stack. So now what I need to do is take my I/O port and use it here. And my mouse just went freaky. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Nothing worse than getting a hair underneath your mouse, your optical mouse. It will make a freak out. Yeah. So I'm just gonna stick this here for the moment. I think we're okay for channels back here. I hope. Yeah, I think we're good. And then what I want to do is I want to take out. Ooh, I got no space in it. All these have something in them. So let's go ahead and make some Blood Moon Rising. We can't have that. We cannot have that. That's going to make everything funky, pink colored. I don't like that idea. Okay, so what I need is to make some more drives. So some more storage devices. I don't know if I want the 1Ks or if I want to go with some 4Ks now. I think I want to go up to some 4Ks. Because at this point, we are... Oh, I need glass. I need lots of quartz glass. Well, I just ground up some dust. Some... nether quartz and Certus quartz dust. I think I want to use most of the nether quartz dust for this. Storage is the easy way for me to find it. I'm going to put Certus in there. I want nether quartz. Because I can make nether quartz a lot easier than I can make Certus quartz. Both of them are not very hard, but the nether quartz is much easier. Just toss it in a maniple, and I get tons of it back. There we go. So we'll use that instead. We'll just make as much as we can with what we had there. Oh, we use up some of our Certus. That's okay. Got 2 stacks of glass. We're probably going to use it. So next up is that storage drive. We need to start with making these guys. And did it put Certus in there? It did. Okay, so to make 4Ks takes 3 of these each. If I want to have 6 4Ks, that's what I'm thinking, 6 4Ks, and then the 1Ks will go up there. We will 6 times 3. It should be 18 of these. Or no. Yeah. 18 of those. Let's see if that works. That's right. That might be right. I don't like the fact that I like the NEI search thing, but I don't like the fact that it resets every time I open this up. But I'll live with it. Where did it go? That's one. No, that's the essential one. Well, we're making the 4K. We need this. So we need 6 there. There we go. Got 6 of those. So now I can just go ahead and make 4K drives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And I don't want to click it again because then I'll get an empty housing. I don't need that. So now I can take and pull out these 1Ks. Put my 4Ks into here. And I'm leaving 2 slots open for some essentia drives. And what I want to do is I'm just going to go ahead and... Alright, I should have the priority set on that. This priority should be like 1. And then, yeah. For now. I think actually I probably... Yeah, it would be alright. It'd be alright. We can always use this... we can always use our I/O port later to, again, sort this stuff out. And which one still has stuff in it? That one does. Is that all of them? That's all of them. Okay, they're all empty now. So I can put my 1K drives back up here. And I can go ahead and make another couple 1K drives if I want. Or I can make 2 more 4Ks, or I could go like one of the bigger drives. But you see that we've compressed everything down into a few drives. And these guys should have had, this should have had a whole bunch of stuff put in it. It did. It had some stuff put in it. That's good. That's real good. Stuff that basically does not stack is what goes in there. And then everything else ended up back in my drives. I've got lots of drive space to make a few more things. And now I need to make some essentia drives to hold the rest of that essentia. So we got to go up to our arcane crafting terminal. Go ahead and put that in. We'll swap that out. I think the only thing I was missing last night when I was trying to make these was glass. And then I fell asleep. So I need some quartz glass. And we'll go ahead and make the rest of those. I should have a couple of them in there. So now I'm ready to make some more storage. Storage, storage, there we go, if I spell. When I'm ready to go to this level. Oh, shoot, I don't have the Salus Mundus. So, Salus Mundus, we are going to need some shards. Apparently, water shards are what I have most of right now, so we'll use those. I don't need a full stack. And I'll need some water, or some sugar cane. Sugar cane, I've got a good amount of that on hand. That's good. I also need to, at some point, I made these over here. These are now holding those old storage modules that I used to have, and they are storing some things over here. I need to hook these up into the system as well and use some more storage buses. I think that's probably going to go somewhere over here. Yeah, I should be able to get them in here somehow. Fit them in here somehow. The nice thing about this particular way of using them is they don't require power. So I'm not using them as remotes anymore. And I didn't want to waste the storage modules because they're kind of expensive to build in the first place. So I made these modular storages to hold them. So now this one's basically decorative blocks, some plants and bee stuff. This one's magic stuff that I don't use very often. And this is technology stuff that I'm not using currently. Okay, anyway, I came over here to see if I had... Nope, that's probably not in there. It's probably just going to have to go grab a stack of stone and chisel it to get my ordo. Chisel, there it is. And I got to get used to using that remote order. I didn't even need to come down to the terminal. I could have just ordered it. Or I could have pulled a stack of it out of here. I didn't even think about that. I've done that before when I needed to just pull a stack out of there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I forgot the gunpowder. Oh, let's not go anywhere to get that. Gunpowder. Give me a stack request. Okay. Gunpowder. 1, 2. Nice. Alright, well, I've got to make a bunch of this, and you guys don't want to see me sit here throw things in the cauldron for the next 5 minutes, so I'll be back in a moment. Okay, I made about 30. I put a few of them away because I do need balance shards from time to time, and I'm going to go ahead and cook the rest, which is going to give me the Salus Mundus. Yeah, that should end up back in the drawer somewhere. I'm pretty sure it's got a space for it. Well, actually, I know it got a space for it, so we should be able to pull it up over here. Salus Mundus. There we go. And now we are ready to go ahead and make all these. Yes. 6 of those. Alright, so one more level, which is probably going to require more Salus Mundus. Yeah, a bunch more Salus Mundus. I hope I have enough. I think I made enough down there. 2. There we go. 2 of those. Alright, we're good. Now I can put them in a casing. 64K essentia drives. Uh-oh. I'm out of thaumium. Okay. So let's see. How do I want to do this? What I could do is, because I have a bunch of pericantatio in here, do I have some vials? Vials? No? Am I spelling it wrong? I'm probably spelling it wrong. Essentia, this guy right here. File. P-H-I. There we go. Get those. And then I can just go ahead and go select permiantatio thingy, put it there. It fills them up, pulls it out of the network. And then I can just grab some iron. And I think it's for each one of these that I throw in, I can get 2 iron out of it. So still a little bit left in there from doing the thing. Let me clear that out just makes it a little. Oh shoot! I forget. You can't shift click that out of there, or it goes back into the inventory. There we go. It goes back into the system rather than your inventory if you try to shift click it out of that slot. So we want. So I throw 6 of those in. Now we need 12 iron to go with it. Yes. And there should be, well, there's stuff left over. Oh, yeah, I forgot to clear it first. Oh, well, I guess I didn't need to. Oh, well. Good thing it didn't mess up on me. So we'll go ahead and put those in there, pull that out, pull one more out, and there we go. We're out of materials, and I'm out of warded glass and, of course, the storage thing. So let's switch back to our defensive armor. Come down here, and I can go ahead and throw these guys into there. And what's going to happen now is this is going to start working over here again. I can start sucking essentia back into here. What I would like to do, though, is I want to get rid of this top one while it's not, well, it doesn't have something in it. And even if it did have something in it, I only lost like 1 point of whatever. It's not a big deal. So now I can move this down. And what I'm trying to do here is clean this area up over here. Get rid of all this. And what's going to happen is this and everything that's automated is going to move over here. In fact, I need to make something real quick so I can show you guys what's going on. Now, you know, I notice that at the beginning of the episode I had a little bit of dense cable in my inventory, and right here's where I've used it. I'm bringing dense cable up into the floor right there because I'm going to have some quite a few devices up there, I think, to automate all the alchemical processes and things that I intend to automate. So if we look in here, I need a networking tool. This guy right here. So I need a quartz wrench first of all. I need, hopefully I've got some of that other stuff. I do have all that other stuff. There we go, networking tool. Because I need to do some network diagnostics. And if I right click this, there's I can put a bunch of slot things in this. But this right here is what I want. This for it. Transparent facades should be on. So now whenever I hold this tool in my hand, I can see through all of the facades that are the applied energistics facades, which is why kind of why I wanted to use those rather than using microblocks, so that I would be able to easily later on come back and see through them and be able to work with the networking tool. So yeah, I've got a dense cable coming to right there, and what's going to happen is I want to come over here and I want to put a storage, same kind of thing, essentia storage. Same thing I put here, except Essentia version, storage bus, Essentia storage bus, on the Terra and the Ordo, and also on one of these Metallums as well, so that I can have that available everywhere. I'm going to move this thing over there, and I want to set this up so that basically when I get below a certain level of Certus cores, it'll just automatically create it for me rather than me having to come over here, manually move things around and put glass in it. I have to put the glass back in here. So I want to get that all automated, and this thing should be ready to pop, right? Yeah. So now pull that off. Put it down on the next one. And I'm going to get all these potions broken down, basically. All that. That should be going in there now. Yes. And eventually I'll have all of my essentia in my drive here. This cable that's going over there right now is just really temporary. So that's why I haven't covered it in or anything, because it's going to go away. And like I said, all those automations are going to move over here. Now, if I don't want to see through those conduits, I just take that off my bar. If I want to see through them, it'll be on my bar. And it doesn't even have to be highlighted. It just has to be on my bar. And I can see through all the conduits. So I can still use my wand. I just need that networking tool to be able to get that transparency effect. Alright, well, I think that's where I'm going to wrap this one up. Next episode, I think I'm going to do something special for Sice, because he was so helpful in coming over and helping me with the logistics stuff. I have something special planned for him, and I think we're going to get to that next episode. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed making it. If you did, be sure and leave a like, a comment, and a thumbs up. And be sure and check out everybody else's channel, all the guys that play on Primus here. Lots of really awesome builds going on, as always. And until next time, I will catch you later. Hey folks, I got a little bonus for you here. I'll come back just to show you this infusion, see how this works, and make sure that my infusion provider is working the way it's supposed to. So I set up a couple of the Essentia storage buses over here. Now before these will actually show you, before they work, before they'll show you the material that it's supposed to be showing, you have to make sure that you set it in here and do that. I don't know if I did it. I already did it on this one. But you pick up you would take the jar and you would click it in here somewhere. It's already got aqua. Let's see if I can remove it there. You just click the jar in there, and then now that will register that it'll see that aqua in the jar. So if you don't put anything in there, it won't work. So I was having a little confusion. I was like, why is my ordo not showing up in my over here? And then finally I figured it out that you have to tell it to look for ordo. Okay, so I hope that I've got all the stuff. I've got machinima. What I'm building right now is this guy, the essentia provider, in order to expand this thing a little bit better. So I've already made the extra mnemonic device, so this should have now 13 total slots. I unfortunately unprogrammed a couple of them when I removed one of the mnemonic devices to move the things around. So this, I need an essentia provider right here, which is the last open slot on the top area of this thing. So I think I just need to make it. Let me double check here that I have everything. I need machinima, ordo, permutatio, and precantatio. Okay. Oh no, I got the precantatio. Yeah. Permutato, I've got just enough machinima, and I've got plenty of ordo. So we'll just need my wand out of here, and we'll give this a whack, and we'll see how this works. I've already got all the stuff on the pedestals, and you can see that the essentia provider is doing its job quite nicely. Just allowing the essentia to be drawn from the digital network. We'll just watch it, give it a few seconds. And thanks for sticking around to the end if you're catching this. I do appreciate it. It definitely helps me when you guys stick around, watch the whole thing, comments, all that stuff. Really helps keep me inspired to keep making videos. I hope you're enjoying the magic stuff over here on the Primus server. I know I'm having lots of fun. I hope you guys are too. Oh, since this jar is within range, I guess it's just going to pull it straight from the jar. It could have pulled it through the network if this was a little further away, if it needed to. That's okay. And now it's pulling the rest of the stuff out of the network. Now it's going to suck in all the stuff on the pedestals. We don't really got to worry about stability because of our ultra stable ultra here. I just want to get this thing up and working, and then maybe, yeah, there we go. Essentia provider. Now this thing's going to go right over here on the back of this, which I don't think there's an interface for this. No, there we go. It's online, which is going to fill out all of the 8 channels that I have for this cable that's coming out this way. So there's 4 right there, 4 channels being used there. And then over here I got storage bus, storage bus, storage bus, storage bus, and a Essentia provider. So that's a total of 8 channels there. I can't put any more out that direction, but I've got the dense cable coming up here. And then I got some things coming over here. So this is going to be my basic, whenever I want to just cook anything in general, I'll throw it in here. And then it'll put it back into the network and port it right back into the network and make it available at my digital outputs. And then this one's going to be Aqua. I still got to set up the vitreous again, and then I got to put together the alchemical construct for the to make all the stuff. And I think what I'm going to do is make a second alchemical construct with another whole bunch of these mnemonic devices that will allow me to basically automate the crafting through the applied logistics. So anyway, guys, thanks for sticking around to the end if you're watching this. And again, I will catch you later.